There's something different when the world seems to pause for a moment to look at Jungkook. Maybe it's because every time he appears on screen, he doesn't just show up, he creates a feeling. In his new photo shoot for Calvin Klein, that truth was proven once again. His body bathed in soft light, his gaze firm yet gentle, and every pose spoke in a language that only calm hearts could understand. But just a day after those photos were released, Jungkook surprised everyone again. He turned on a live broadcast on Weverse. No announcement, no big plan. Just him, a soft smile, and the cozy atmosphere of his home behind the camera. No stage, no lighting setup, just Jungkook as always being himself. Yet this time, something small, so small it almost seemed unimportant at first, changed everything. The live stream began casually. Jungkook sat at a bright wooden table, his hair slightly messy, talking to viewers in that simple but warm way of his. His smile was genuine, his eyes sparkled. He took out 2 packs of Kancho biscuits, a small snack that often appears in the childhood stories of many Koreans. The biscuits were tiny, crispy, with cute little drawings on top. But for Jungkook that day, they weren't just a snack. He turned them into a little game, a sweet mission of his own. "I bought a few boxes of Kancho," he said with a smile. "I want to see if I can find one with my name on it. Or maybe Ian." He chuckled softly, like a child playing a simple game. And his viewers, millions of them from all over the world, laughed along with him. But as Jungkook began opening the biscuits one by one, something unexpected happened. In the background on the second floor of his quiet home, a shadow passed by. Quickly, almost unseen, but enough to make everyone watching freeze for a moment. And in an instant, the broadcast filled with laughter turned into endless discussion. Who was that? The world that stopped for a silhouette. That short clip was replayed over and over. Zoomed in. Slowed down. Was that Jimin? Someone asked on Twitter. No, maybe a staff member, another replied. Some even whispered, could it be someone else? Names began to circulate, Jimin, Taeyong, even Winter. But none of those speculations had any solid basis. Within hours, the fandom split into 2, those who saw something more than just a shadow, and those who believed it was simply a coincidence. But the world might not have gotten so noisy if not for what came next. When Jungkook found a biscuit with the word Jimin on it, he immediately exclaimed with excitement. Jimin! Jimin! Hee, Jimin appeared, Jimin? He laughed genuinely as if he'd found a small, delightful surprise. But for the fans, those 2 things, the shadow upstairs and the biscuit labeled Jimin, felt too close to be a coincidence. There's always something soft in the way Jungkook says Jimin's name. His tone shifts slightly, lighter, warmer, as if every syllable carries an old memory that never quite faded away. They've shared so much over the years. Laughter backstage, struggles during their trainee days, their journey to the global stage. In every small interaction between them, there's a quiet piece rarely found in the spotlight. So when Jungkook suddenly found a biscuit that said, Jimin, it felt like the world paused again. Not because it was something grand, but because it was a small miracle, too sweet to overlook. After the broadcast, questions began to rise. Who was that figure that passed by on the second floor of Jungkook's home? He calmly explained that there was a worker fixing the water pipes, and his explanation made sense. His tone was relaxed, with no trace of nervousness. It was as if he truly didn't realize that the world outside was dissecting every frame of his home. But as always, silence after a statement only made the whispers grow louder. Some said Jungkook was just trying to ease the situation. Others believed he was telling the truth, that there really was nothing special about it. But for some fans, the mystery wasn't about who, it was about what they felt. About how one small silhouette could make Jungkook's world seem so real, like there was a soft life behind the lens, rarely seen by the public. If it was Jimin, let's, for a moment, let our hearts play with imagination. What if that figure really was Jimin? He's known to be careful, gentle, and thoughtful. He's not the type to appear by accident. If he really was there, it would mean something far more personal than words could describe. And maybe, Just maybe, that biscuit labeled Jimin wasn't a coincidence, but a tiny sign only understood by two people who've known each other long enough not to need words. Maybe Jimin really was there, watching quietly from the second floor, making sure everything was fine before fading away in silence. Or maybe not. Maybe he was only present in Jungkook's thoughts, in soft memories that surfaced suddenly between laughter and biscuits. But one thing was clear. During that live stream, Jungkook looked peaceful. There was no panic, no nervousness. He was just himself, smiling, laughing, sharing small things with the fans who adore him. If he was hiding something, he did it with incredible calm. But maybe it all felt natural because there was nothing to hide. Jungkook isn't someone who easily slips. He may be spontaneous, but he's also highly aware of the world constantly watching him. If someone had been in his house, he would know. And if he chose to continue the live stream, that means there was nothing he needed to conceal. Perhaps that's Jungkook's greatest charm. He makes it hard for the world to tell the difference between reality and the little miracles that only seem to happen around him. A single smile could be coincidence, or a signal. A biscuit labeled Jimin could just be a fun game, or a sweet message whispered by the universe to remind him of something that once was. And a shadow upstairs could just be a worker, or maybe a fleeting presence of the person whose name he just called with a joyful laugh. There's a reason Jungkook is so loved. He allows fans to feel close. Too close, perhaps. He doesn't build walls between himself and the world. But that closeness also means every breath he takes can be overanalyzed. Every small gesture can turn into a long theory. And maybe that's why he and Jimin have become more careful. They know that in the world they live in, even a shadow can become a headline. That night, when the live stream ended, the screen went dark. But for many, their minds only grew brighter. Was that figure truly just an ordinary shadow? Or was there another story, one known only to two hearts that understand each other in silence? No one knows for sure. But maybe that mystery is what makes it all so beautiful. Because behind every laugh from Jungkook, behind every gentle mention of Jimin, and behind that faint shadow upstairs, there's something more than coincidence. There's a quiet human warmth, one that makes us all feel as if for a moment we were there too. Watching, smiling, and silently hoping that the next biscuit might carry the same name. Jimin. Thank you for watching Jikook Moments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. Because sometimes, these little stories carry meanings much bigger than they seem.